This first one I'm going to show you is not, but it's an important one. Here I'm going to show you how the United States government, how the SS, Gestapo, the paramilitary forces of the Trump regime are planting individuals on the street to pretend that they are protesters, but they are actually agitators who are trying to cause problems and then force the Border Patrol and ICE Gestapo to arrive in order to terrorize people. So these are actually Border Patrol and ICE Gestapo pretending to be protesters who then get unpeaceful or not peaceful, and then they use that as a pretext for further attacks and invasion by ICE and the Border Patrol. Watch what happens right here as a individual kind of falls to the ground, and you think that it's a protester, and then he's like, I'm with you guys, I'm with you guys. And then all of a sudden, watch who swoops in, the ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo. Here, play this clip.
That's all they asked me. He's one of us. Okay. He's one of us.
Okay, good.
You all right, dude?
You all right? Come on, breathe.
He's one of us.
How do we know?
How we know? I was with him earlier.
Why you get ran out earlier?
I don't know. He's one of us.
I'm with them.
Trust me.
There's multiple people on there. You don't have to
He's
shake
with us the whole time.
You touch us.
You all right, man?
Move back! Move back! You all right? Move back right now! Back up! Back up! Yeah, save your Nazi. Put him in your Nazi van. Go get him some help. He needs a little bit of fucking mental health there. Don't he? Nobody got guns. Yeah, you gonna look me in the eye when you spray me? You gonna look me in the eye when you spray me? You gonna be just like the fucking guy. Nobody got guns. Don't be scared. You gotta look at me. You're a fucking neighbor. Turn the gun down. Everybody got cameras. Everybody got cameras. Have that point you put the back out. Yeah, I got it. You don't know what the gun does. Everybody got cameras. You got guns.
Off out of here. Get the tag. Get the tag.
Get the gun, bitch.
Get your blade.
Next, you have somebody speaking to Status Quo who talks about how effing ICE is terrorizing our neighborhoods and kidnapping our people. Let's play this clip right here.
What brings you out here today?
That fucking ICE is terrorizing our neighbors. They're kidnapping people. They're gassing schools. They're shooting people. And we see ICE agents commit crimes on a daily basis. Yeah. And one of the fucking cops just said to me that they can't do shit. So if ICE fucking goes to your home and rapes your mother, apparently the cops can't do shit about that. There was the fucking Jake Lang and his 3 other fucking Nazis who showed up, and then we fucking scared them off, chased them right back into this fucking hotel, showed them that they're not fucking welcome in Minnesota. There were actually 3 different events organized today to protect our neighbors in Cedar Riverside. They didn't get past the first line of defense. So many people showed up that we scared those Nazis back home. Minnesota shows up for our neighbors. ICE is not welcome here. Our neighbors, immigrants, or legal, or whatever. Everyone is welcome here except for fucking ICE. And we are gonna make that clear every fucking day until they get the fuck out. I've been pushed to the ground for standing still. We've seen them literally drive by, drop a gas tank, and then drive off. They're not fucking doing shit, and especially if they're not gonna send the cops or any type of law enforcement to actually protect and enforce that, nothing's gonna fucking happen. The vice president said they have absolute fucking immunity. Do you think they're not gonna act with absolute immunity? We need to fucking do something. And right now, the only people doing something is our community. Not law enforcement, not Minnesota, not Minneapolis, but our community and each other.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today story is very serious, shocking and deeply concerning from millions of America and people around the world. What we are about to talk about is something that many people never thought they would see in the United States. Immigration officer working closely with military officers and political leader pushing extreme idea that threat democracy, freedoms and human rights. The headlines sound unbelievable. All hell break loose as Trump ICE joined with the US Army. Now, before we begin, let me be very clear. This video is not about spreading fast. It is about sharing facts, explaining what is really happening and help people understand what this situation matters so much across America. People are worried. Immigrants' families are scared. Activates are alarms, legal experts are warning, and many victims and military leaders are speaking out saying this is not what the US military is supported to do. So today we will break this entry story down in easy step by step. We will talk about what ICE, what the US American Army is, what Donald Trump is proposing, what people are angry and effort, what the law say, how this affects immigrants, what this means for democracy, and what could happen next. So please stay with us until the end because this story affects not just immigrants but every America who care about freedom, justice, and the rule of law. Let us begin. What is ICE? First, let us understand what is ICE. ICE stand for Immigrations and Customer Enforcement. It is a federal agency under the Department of Homeland Security. ICE officers are responsible for arresting undocumented immigrations, deporting people who violate immigration law, investigating immigrations related crimes. ICE does not deal with visa or green card. That's handled by circles. IC force mainly on enforcement and deportations. Now, for many years, ICE has been controversial. Supporters say ICE is needed to enforce immigration's law and protect national security. Critics say ICE often use aggressive tracks, rights, home and workplace detains families, separating child from partners and violations human rights. Under Donald Trump first presidency, ICE become much more powerful and aggressive. Arts increase, deportations increase, and fear spread across immigrants communities. Many people remember that heartbreaking image: children crying at detentions, cert, concerts, families turn apart, people detained without clear legal supports. So ICE already has a reputations that make many America uncomfortable. Now image ICE working together with the US Army. That is where the real fear being. What is the US Army supported to do? The US Army is part of United States military. Its main job to do defend the country from foreign enemy, protects national security, fight war overseas when necessary. The military is not supported to police America citizens. In fact, there is a law called the Pose uh, Comitas Acts will limits the military's ability to enforce uh, civilians, lawyers. Instead, the United States the law exists because America founders fears military rules. They believe that soldier enforcing Democrats' law could lead to detractions and oppositions. What That's why policing in America is due by local price, state police, federal law enforcement aggressives, not by soldier. So when people heard about ICE joint force with the US Army for uh, domestic option, it raised serious constitutions and ethical questions. What did Trump say? Now let us talk about Trump. Donald Trump has been extremely vocal about immigrations for years. During his presidency, he called immigrants criminals and invaders. Promised deportations, threats to end programs, builds parts of the border wall, enforcement, family spreading, police. Since leaving officers, Trump has become even more extreme in the language. He now openly talk about deportations camps, use the military to enforce immigration's law, declaring national emergency, expanding a presidential power. Recently, Trump and his alliance suggest that ICE could work together with the military to conduct large scandals, immigrations operations inside the U.S. This including debates millions of undocumented immigrations, setting up massive detections, furious using military locations and personals for Democrats enforcement. The many Americans that this sound less like law enforcement and more like military law. Why are people begging when their news broke? Reactions were immigrants and intensive immigrants communities where traffic. President wonders will my child come home from school today. Workers worry, will I see come to my workplace? Families fear, will we be detections without warning? But fear was not limited to immigration. Civil rights group, lawyers, Victorians, lawmakers, and even some controversial spoke out. Say this is not America. Her why people are so alarmed. Using the military agents, civilians is historically dangerous. It threats constitutions, freedoms, its constitutions too much power in the one person. People being asking what's next. Military crack points, home rights, mass deductions for many. This felt like the beginning for authorities. What does this law say? Let us talk about legals. Under current law, the military cannot normally enforce civilians' law. ICE has authorities over immigration enforcement. The president has emergency power, but they are limited. Trump supporters argue the president can use the military in emergency. Critics respond, this is not a war zone, this is America. Legal experts say that using the military for mass immigration enforcement world face immigrants counter challenging likely violations constitutional protection risk abuse of power. They also warn that once such power are used they are hard to take back. History show us that government really give up expanded authorities once they gain it. What would this look like in real life? Let us imagine what mass deportations operations with military sport could look like. According to exact expert, it could involve large scale raids on homes and workplace, military style detections camps, transportations of detections, use military resources, massive debates, tracking immigrations, increase checkpoint and civilians. Now imagine being families living quietly in your night. Your kids go to school, you go to work, you pay return, you shop at the grocery store. They soundly armed officers show up. Military vehicles are packed outside. You have deductions without warning. Your children are separate from you. You have placed in a detections certain for more home. This is not furious. This already happened in smaller way under Trump first term. What us what's being discussions now are fear bigger impact on immigration's family. Let us talk about the human side of this story. Most undocumented immigrations are not criminal. They are work parents, students, business owners, crashes. Many have lived in the US for 10 years, 20 years, even their entry lives. Many have Americans born child who are US citizens. Miss deportations world break. Millions of families leave children without parents, destroy communicates, damage the economy, create long-term trauma. Doctor warn about mental health crisis. PTSD is child depressions and anxiety. Teachers response, kid afraid to come to school, family disappearing overnight, entire classroom losing student. This is not just policy, this is human life. Many people does not realize how much immigrations contributes to the US economy. Under documents immigrants work in agriculture, constructions, food uh, serves, healthcare, sports, main functions, career service, They pay tax, return home, buy good sport businesses. Many deportations world cause labor shortage, increase food price, hurt small businesses, slow economic growth. Economic war that deporting millions of workers could cost the U.S. economy hundreds of billions of dollars, and use the military for immigration enforcement world cost pay tax billions world. Equal protecting under the law, freedom from unresolvable searching, freedoms from unlawful detections. The Constitution's uh, uh, guarantees that people have the right of legal representative. People have the right to hearing. People cannot be detections without care, but mass detections progress often speak proper prosecutes critics fear people detections based on appearance recycles language discriminations, wrongful or text of criticisms. History showed that when government act in fear and angry in innocence, people serve first. What history teach us? This is not the first time government have used military power against civilians. History offers painful lessons in many countries. Millions involving in domestic enforcement lead to author- civil labor where crashed, opinion where silence, where Republicans' freedoms. In the US, the military has sometimes been used democracy drawing natural discussion, civil unrest, extremely emergency, but immigration enforcement is not a war. Expert warn that once soldier being mm, policing civilians, the lines between democracy, the authorities start to blur. Many retired general and military leaders have speak out laying the military should not be used as the political tool. What about this video? Below the comments and see you in the next video.